Lesson, we're just going to look at the backing vocals. Now, to my mind, there's a few more bits happening here. One of the parts that I found that isn't written on the score is this pre-chorus 2. We've just got this little ooh section going through, so we've notated that, and I'll give you the screenshots for that. Now, the place that it is written in both is chorus 1 and chorus 2. They're fairly similar. There's a couple of changes, but mostly it's all in the score if you need to know that. Now, I haven't spent as much time using pitch bend and modulation on this one. The backing vocals is quite sunk into the mix, so you just need to kind of be able to hear it. So I've just spent a little bit of time shaping the note values, so the velocity and the length of the notes. You are going to have to try and match these up as closely with the main vocal as possible, otherwise you will get a stuttering effect. Now, how I've done this so far, for the backing vocals, I've just used the same sound that I used for my vocals. So I've got this smart boy sound. Not much has changed here. So I'll leave the screenshot of that so you can have a little look at that. But you might even think to yourself, well, actually, I'm going to use a different backing vocal sound just so I can make it stand out a little bit more. But it is quite sunk into the mix. The place where it does really change is this ooze part in this pre-chorus 2. And some of you may not have this particular functionality. This is an instrument called Alchemy, and it's only available for Logic X 0.2. So if you haven't upgraded your Logic X, you need to do that in order to get Alchemy. Now, Alchemy is a fantastic tool, and it's been purchased just recently. It's always been one of my favourites, but to have it built into Logic as a free item that all the students can use is absolutely brilliant. It's such a massive sound creation tool. And all I did was literally I did a search for oohs, and I came up with this choir female ooh, and that's what I've used here. And literally the only parameter I've changed is this envelope here. I've heightened the sustain a little bit and I've dropped the attack a little bit, and that's literally all I've done with that, and that's got me the sound that I want. So I'll give you those screenshots so you can have a little look at those, but let's just see what I've got and see what you think so far. So here's the main vocals, main backing vocals, and I'll just solo them and then I'll put them in the track so you can hear them in the track. Let's play it down here. Okay, now let's play it with the backing vocal, sorry, with the main vocal. Okay, now let's play it with the track, just so you can see, compare and contrast. It doesn't sound too bad, I'm quite happy with this. And once again, a lot of the parts here have been copied over into the second part. There are a couple of differences at the end of the second chorus, and there's obviously this big difference here at the end of the pre-chorus too. So let's move on to this ooze, see what you think of this. So here we go, we'll just solo it so you can hear it. And there it is. Let's put that in with the main vocals so you can hear it with the main vocals. And let's put it with everything else. And just a final note about this then is the panning and the volume. As said previously, it's quite low in the mix. I haven't moved the panning of the ooze yet, but I may double the ooze up and hard pan them left and right just so you get this nice padded sound. I haven't decided that yet. But with the backing vocals, I've moved them over to the left speaker by 20. And this is where you're going to have to use your own ears just to make sure you agree with that. And I've also just brought it down in the mix just so it sits below the vocals. That's pretty much all I have to say about that. In the next lesson, we're just going to look at maybe if I find some extra parts, I'm going to add the extra parts that I find. I've still got to look at the percussion. That's something that I've found that's quite lost in the mix. So I've left that deliberately to last because I was struggling to find those extra bits of percussion. There's quite a lot going on with the percussion. So I'm going to, now I've put all my bulk parts in, I'm going to have a little look, see if I can find them. And then to finish off, we're just going to do a basic mixing tutorial, just to give you an idea of how to improve your mixes and make this even better. And then finally we're going to do a mastering tutorial just so we can get it onto CD. So I'll see you in the next lesson.